Good morning, viewers. This is Deep Water, written by William O. Douglas. Lesson number 3 from Flamingo. Let us see this video where we find a boy having a lot of fun with his parents. Think of this child if he drowns in the water. What will happen? Will he be the same child again? We have a doubt. Here we can see a trained diver. He is trying to get into the wealth of the sea and is diving for specific reasons. He is a trained and skilled swimmer. Let us see what happens next. We'll be talking about enjoying adventure sports. You can just think about any kind of adventure sport. Some of you may find them enjoyable. Do you know why? Many of you may not attempt these adventure sports because of your inhibited fears. Should we live our fears? This is one question which we ask ourselves. Today we are going to read the biographical account by William O. Douglas, and the main highlights are how he developed fear of water, why he decided to fight with it, how he conquered his fears, then how he made sure that he had overcome his fears. Let us see something more about the author, because if we know the author, we understand what kind of content we may be reading. Now, he was an American jurist and politician who served as an Associate Justice of the Supreme Court of the United States. Nominated by President Franklin D. Roosevelt, Douglas was confirmed at the age of 40, one of the youngest justices appointed to the court. The thematic content tells us how the writer overcame his fear of water and learned swimming with sheer determination and willpower. The experience bred a permanent fear of water in the child's subconscious mind. It gives us all a great lesson of determination and willpower. Childhood fear must not be ignored. We should think about it seriously because it affects one's personality. It shows how our fears are baseless. Now about the summary. We learn that the author develops fear of water following two very dreadful incidents. In the first one, he is 4 years old when a wave knocks him down. Similarly, in the second one, he is 11 years of age. A bully throws him in the deep end of the pool and almost drowns. Thus, having gone through such scary experiences, he fears water deeply. However, he does work really hard to overcome it. Finally, we learn about the measures he takes to overcome his fears. Let us see the main characters. The first one is the narrator, the writer. The experience of being thrown by a bully bred a permanent fear of water in the child's subconscious mind. Then we have an instructor who helps the narrator to overcome his fear of water by giving him coaching of swimming. Then this bully boy, he throws him in the deep end of the pool and the narrator almost drowns. We can see the pics of deep waters. Then the narrator, these are the three portions in which I have divided the chapter. The first portion is when the narrator developed an aversion to water at a very young age, when he was with his father, and as the chapter opens, the narrator recalls a horrific incident. He thought of learning swimming at YMCA pool at the age of 10 to 11 years of age, 2 or 3 feet deep at the shallow end, while it was 9 feet deep at the other end. The drop was casual. In comparison, the Yakima River was treacherous. The narrator developed an aversion to water at the age of 3 or 4 when his father took him to the beach in California. The waves knocked him down and swept over him. He was buried in water and was breathless. He was terrorized by the strong force of the waves, but his father had only laughed. And this is what led to the inhibited fear of water in the author. Now, what was the misadventure? When the boy thought that the narrator may be knowing swimming, and he just out of fun pushed him inside the pool, and there he was breathless and he could not come out of it, and later on he became unconscious, and this is what led to the fear of water in the narrator. So as you can see, you can go through all these notes and let us see. Douglas tried to save his life. There are many ways of saving yourself when you are drowned in the water. This child was a small boy, so he tried to come out of the waters in different steps, but could not. And whatever efforts he could make, he made, but he was unable to, unable to control his body, and he was lifeless, and he lost his consciousness. Now, what was the sheer stark terror? The terror was when he came up to the surface. He thought that he may be now out of the pool, but unfortunately he was again inside the pool. So the fight for survival is lost. How it was lost? When finally the author came to know that he cannot come out of the water with all his energy, he gave up and he thought that everything is over now, and he wanted to rest and sleep. The terror destroyed Douglas' social life. He tried to overcome it. Now, whenever he went near water, the terror used to seize him in the pool and would return to haunt him. The fear paralyzed him. This handicap stayed with him as the years rolled by, and it ruined his fishing trips and deprived him of the joy of canoeing, boating and swimming. He tried his best to overcome this fear, but it didn't let go of him. Finally, Douglas decided to get a swimming instructor, and he went to a pool and practiced 5 days a week, an hour each day. The instructor put a belt with a rope around Douglas and taught him all the techniques of swimming. Now here we can see that Douglas' willpower to get rid of his fears was at its peak, and he tried all his best efforts. He used to swim in the pool all alone. Then he tried to get rid of the terror which used to come back to him from time to time, and he used to make his best effort to swim on and on and on. He practiced rigorously. When Douglas was in the middle of the lake, when he was swimming in the lake, he put his face under and saw nothing but bottomless water. The old sensation came back again and it haunted him. But this time Douglas was strong. He swam on. Yet he had some doubts, So he wanted to get over with those doubts. Again he practiced and again he swam. So the experience had a deep meaning for him when he conquered his fear of water. So let us see what happens. He was thrilled with joy, as we can see in the pics, the joy after attaining your success, and he had conquered his fear of water. The experience had a deep meaning for him. He explains that death was peaceful, but it was the fear of death that crippled a person. Here we quote, here he talks about President Roosevelt saying, all we have to fear is fear itself, because he had experienced death and the terror that it would produce. His will to live and survive somehow grew in intensity. Now these are some word meanings. I feel that you, the students, may find these words useful. These meanings are given for your ready reference. Here also there are some words given for ready reference, and I have prepared a set of 5 to 6 questions for all of you along with answers. So first question is, how did Douglas finally get rid of the fear he had of water? Then why was Douglas keen to overcome his fear of water? Then when Douglas realized that he was sinking, how did he plan to save himself? All these questions are from previous year's sample papers, the questions of CBSE level, the different examinations of CBSE. These questions are taken from there. Then what is the theme of deep water, which is very important, and what effect did the drowning in the YMCA pool have on Douglas? Why was the YMCA pool considered safe? Then justify the title finally. These all questions, they cover almost all the topics, and here we are with few assignments. Again, these questions are important for all of you. The questions are, how did Douglas develop an aversion to water? You must have seen the previous slides and you must have come to know that there were two incidents which really ruined his courage and the confidence. He lost his confidence and he developed a fear of water. Then there was terror in my heart at the overpowering force of the waves. When did Douglas start fearing water? Which experience had further strengthened its hold on his mind and personality? Then another question is, desire, determination and diligence lead to success. Explain the value of these qualities in the light of Douglas' experience in deep water. Next question number 4. I crossed to oblivion and the curtain of life fell. What was the incident which really killed Douglas and developed in him a strong aversion to water? And a big thank you for watching this video. I hope all the doubts must be clear and you must be enriched with more and more of the thematic messages of this particular autobiographical content written by William O. Douglas. So thank you. Have a nice day. चलो जी, हो गई रिकॉर्डिंग।